Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. Right, I've been a little bit pushed for time this week, and therefore I've popped down to what was one of my dad's favourite spots, right next to the West Usk Lighthouse B&B at Newport. He loved it here, absolutely loved it. The last time I made a video at this spot would have been, I'd say around 18 months ago. Remember that day very, very well. Had some nice congers, up to around £8 or thereabouts, and of course I caught that mullet on the very last cast. As for this evening, nice size tide for down here, 11.4 metres, which in old money for Newport is 13.1 because we had 1.7. Conditions, they're ideal to be honest. It's calm, still, overcast, little bit gloomy, and I can't wait to get a bait in the old water. Anyway, enjoy the video and let's see what happens. I can't do these intros anymore. It's gone. Literally, it's gone. Here she comes. I never ever tire of that sound. The waves rolling over the mud. It's so therapeutic, it really is. Got a bit of an easterly wind, not too bad. Down here it's lovely, but it is a bit more blowy on top of the rocks. But I think it'll calm right down. Potential species this evening: conger eel, silver eel, flounder, bass, thornback ray, whisper it quietly, codling if I'm really, really, really lucky, and of course whiting. To tell the truth, I'll be happy with a few bites. That will do me. Yeah, it's beautiful. Starting to lose the light. It is getting dark, so I'm gonna have to turn the lights on soon. Right, let's get those baits sorted out. We're fishing. On this left arm rod, I've got a 3-hook clip down rig, size 1 hooks. On the right arm rod, there's a 3/0 paternoster pennel. I've got ragworm, mackerel, squid, and a few sprats. Got another angler just there to my left. And as I thought, that easterly wind has dropped right down. It's pretty much gone. And hopefully it won't come back. I have got the cheapy old boat rod too, already set up. I'm going to stick a flapper rig on that one and cast it 10 yards from the rocks. Nice and close. Maybe you didn't see that on camera then, but had a peck on that right down rod. Yeah, you just have to bear with me for the time being. It's now dusk, and in terms of filming, it's really hard. The camera just doesn't like it, so you may see a bit of flickering, a bit of flashing, a bit of what we call noise. But give it 20 minutes or so and it'll look good. All of that will go. Got a bite on both rods now, left and right. That there is something small, but the better bite was on the right arm rod. Oh, bit of action early on. That'll do. Right down rod, guys, right down rod. Cracking couple of bites there. We'll let it go one more time and I'll take a look. Yeah, he's there. Ooh, yes, go on, my son. Fish on, guys, fish on. Oh, he's pulling well. I'm just going to walk down the rocks a sec, alright? Have I got enough battery? Yeah. Ah, that's a shame. Just dropped a conger, about 8 pounds. I touched the fish, touched the line. I appreciate you didn't see it, guys, but it was very, very lightly hooked, and I knew as soon as I saw that hook in the lip, it was going to come off. They start twisting and turning, you got no chance, and it's always a case of good night nurse. But there we are, that's the way it goes. Fish first cast, you would have seen the bend in the rod there. Nice bite. That was on a whole squid with some ragworm on its back. Anyway, let's get this next bait out there. Oh, that annoyed me. What do you do? Yeah, big gutted about that, to be honest. So yeah, bite first cast on both rods. I'm pretty sure the one on the left hand rod was a small whiting, and yeah, lost conger on the other one. I say lost, technically speaking I caught that one. Yeah, it came to the surface about 20 yards out and I could just see the hook just hanging on, and I thought, it ain't gonna happen. We're around an hour and 15 minutes off high water, so plenty of time. I'll try and get another one. Yeah, the wind's trying to pick back up, but I suppose, you know, as we're approaching high water, it was always going to do that, usually the way. Yeah, I thought there was a few of these goldfish whiting out there, pegging at the baits, and this is probably what the congers are feeding on. Oops. Tiny, tiny whiting. Might attract a few bass as well, you never know. But this chap is going back in. Not too far off high water now. Lots of bites, in fairness. I've had a bite pretty much every cast. And not that I'm an expert, but in my experience, it can often kick off here, over high, and into the ebb. I was quite surprised, to be honest, when I got that conger first cast. I love this time of year. So this week is what, last week of October, first week of November, and November is my favourite fishing month. Always has been, always will. And when I think back to some of my PBs, for example, my PB bass I caught next to Newport Transporter Bridge in November 1998. That was 12 pounds exactly. And I caught my PB cod also in November. That was down at the Pink House, £8.6. That was in, when did Dad pass away? It was the year after, so it was 2018, yeah, 2019, November 2019, £8.6 on the very first cast in about a foot of water on rag and squid. I've probably told you those stories before, but that one is for the new subscribers. At the moment on the 3.0 Paternoster Pennel. Again, I'm sticking with that whole squid with some ragworm on its back. On this 3-hook clip down, bottom hook is straight ragworm, middle hook is ragworm tipped off a squid, top hook is ragworm tipped off with a bit of mackerel. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I'll be surprised if I don't get another conger bite. Because they're definitely in close, you know, chasing those small whiting. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Like I said in my intro, local mark for me this. I've just been really flat out this week with work, etc. And yeah. But last week, my video down at Porthdee, the Gower, that was a brand new one for the channel, and it did really well. Yeah, 10,000 views in the first 4 days, which for me, as a small YouTuber, that's quite good, you know. And I got another brand new mark coming up within the next couple of weeks, so I'm doing my best, guys, to mix things up. Yeah, apart from the angler to my left, there's no one else about. I can't see any headlights down that way. Stunning part of the world. One of my favourites. Yeah, I've been having some bites on this 3-hook clip down rig. I can't feel it. Power station looks lovely, all lit up. That's another cracking mark. Don't think so. Yeah, nothing on there, but again, it's those small whiting playing with the bait. Right, I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a bit of a gamble. I'm going to take this rig off, stick another 3.0 or even a 4.0 paternoster panel on, and I'm just going to fish with big baits now all night. Well, I say all night, I got another hour and a half to go. Yeah, big baits all the way now. Will the gamble pay off? Oh, there's only one way to find out. Nice bite, Dan, as you saw. Oh, fish on. But what have we got? That's the big question. Just gonna grab him a sec, all right? There we go, got a conger. I reckon he's around the £7 mark. That was on a squid and mackerel cocktail. Whoa. I got you, my friend, I got you. No problem. All right, I'm gonna pop you back now. I know. Oh, the strength on this one. Yeah, that's a good £7 there, guys. He's not happy. 2 secs. This is one of the most liveliest congers I've ever caught. He's in beautiful condition. Let's pop him back in. Yeah, that conger made a right old mess of my rig, so just down to the one rod now. We beat the blank, guys. Well, I beat the blank earlier, you just didn't see it. Right, come on. well into the ebb now. Oh, I was chuffed for that conger. I redeemed myself. Thanks for the conger, Dad. Well, I am at my dad's favourite spot, so... Well, in saying that, I think this was his joint favourite spot. He loved the transporter bridge, as do I. I'm down in a bit of a dip here, like a little ditch. So that's probably why half of my body is cut off. Yeah, the chap, the guy next to me, he's had a few small white in on the flapper rig. Hooked a couple of congers, but yeah, they come off close in, you know. Yeah, that conger I just caught absolutely trashed that rig. So yeah, there's no point me putting a new one on now. Oh, and that's the other thing. In the end, I didn't bother with a cheap old boat rod. In hindsight, maybe I should have, but yeah. It is what it is. I'll give that a bash next time. Yeah, look, it's been a pleasant evening. It's not been a fish fest, but I wasn't expecting one. You know, after another manic week at work, this has given me the detox that I was hoping for. Imagine I get a nice bass now. Good time for the old bass, well into the ebb. I have got some bait left over. I might have a little pleasure session tomorrow. I won't bother filming. If I can get all my work done, if I can finish a little bit early, I might just use that up and yeah, maybe go a bit further down. Yeah, as always guys, I'll reiterate the point to all of my new subscribers. This is not a technical fishing channel. That's why I don't talk about rods, reels, rigs, etc. I rarely have fish fests, not where I fish. The marks I fish have meaning, they're special to me. Many great memories. They're not as good as they once were. Cool. Not half as good, but I still enjoy fishing them. So yeah, I tend to focus on the deeper side of angling. Yeah, so hopefully a couple more videos to come in the next few weeks. I'll do my very best. Yeah, every now and then with the filming, I do enjoy it, like I've said many times. But sometimes you have to just take a little step back because it is very intense. And yeah, take a step back, you know, have a break for a week or two, come back even stronger. Something I wanted to address. I get asked a lot, probably 5 times a week, you know, people offering me to go fishing with them, which is very kind. It really is. I do appreciate it. I haven't got the time, unfortunately, but thanks for asking all the same. I had a session down at the Pink House. I didn't film. It was about, I'm going to say 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. I met up with my mates, Mike Warner. Lovely chap, lovely bloke, Mike. You know, gives off good energy. And oh, we had a stonking session on the congers. Typical, I didn't film, but I'm sure Mike has the pictures on his phone. I think we had 9 congers between us, between, I don't know, between 5 and 9 pound. It should have been 10 congers. I lost one close in, it took me into the rocks. But yeah, typical. Didn't film and had a conger fest, and they were, yeah, a couple of crackers there. But for the first couple of hours, it was a fish a chuck. I think in the end, I went down to 1 rod. I mean, to be honest, it was just nice to have a catch up and have a chat. I spent most of the session talking, to be honest. Probably could have caught more, but you know what it's like. Yeah. Oh. Absolutely stunning. What a beautiful sound. Right, I'm going to call it now. Look, it's been an enjoyable session. Lots of rattles and taps. That conger earlier on, I can't talk this evening. I can do an intro and I can do an outro. Yeah, that conger earlier on, yeah, he's around £8. Redeemed myself much later with that £7, or thereabouts anyway. But yeah, it's been a really nice evening, especially when that easterly wind dropped, you know. Yeah, can't complain, can't grumble. Back to one of Dad's favourite spots. Yeah. Oh, the memories here, I tell you. Yeah, and I love keeping those memories alive. That's why I talk about it, you know, and a lot of you find it relatable. You're always messaging me to say that, you know, you enjoy it when I talk about Dad, etc. You know, because it reminds you of your dad or your uncle, your auntie, your granddad, your best mate, whoever, you know. But there we are. As for where I'm going to be next, I haven't quite decided yet. I got a couple of marks in mind, but I haven't quite decided. Back to work tomorrow for me. Happy days indeed. Not. Guys, I'm talking nonsense now, so I'm going to go. As always, thanks very much for watching. It's mega appreciated. Any questions or comments you have, pop them below and I'll get back to you. Until the next one, look after yourselves. Take care. All the best. Saved by a conger once again. That'll do nicely.